Identifier. Identifier. Names are called as identifiers. Class name is one identifier. Method name is one identifier. Variable name is one identifier. Argument name also identifier. Names are called as identifiers. Name, whatever name we are giving, that is called as identifier. In down the line, we will see package name, interface name, enum name, annotation name, reference variable name, local variable name. Names are very much important in the program. Whatever you develop, that should have a name. In the programming, several classes we develop. Every class required a name. In a particular class, we'll develop several methods. Every method should have a name. Methods will have arguments. Every argument should have a name. There are some global variables. The global variables also should have a name. Reference variables, which are referring to object. That reference variables also should have a names. Packages should have a name. Enums, interfaces, annotations should have a name. If you consider any program which is containing 20 lines, definitely you can identify minimum 10 names. A program with 20 lines only, you require minimum 10 names. Name for the class, name for the method, name for the arguments, name for the local variables, name for the reference variables, name for the packages, name for the enum, annotation, interfaces. All you'll come to know one by one, one by one. Whatever names we are choosing, those names are called as identifiers. Identifiers. Without names, ruled out of developing even a first simple hello world program. In the hello world program also, we require multiple names. Name is very, very important in the programming. While choosing a name, what are the conditions to be followed? Any rules are there? Programming language to programming language, that rules will be varying. In Java, there are some rules while choosing a name. Package should have a name, you need to identify. Interface should have a name, you need to identify. Class should have a name, you need to identify. Variable should have a name, you need to identify. Whatever names we are identifying, those are called as identifiers. Identifiers. While identifying a name to a particular class, to a variable, to a method, to a package, what are the rules to be followed? If no rules, people can choose different names. There should be at least a kind of control. For that control purpose, they have given some rules. What is the first rule? First rule says like allowable first character in the name. First rule says about first character in the name. First rule, it talks about first character in the name or in the identifier. Name is nothing but identifier. First rule says about first character. What are the allowable first characters? What are the allowable first characters? What are the allowable characters in the first location, the first place? In the first place, any alphabet is allowed, underscore and dollar also allowed. I repeat. In the first place, any alphabet is allowed. Underscore and dollar also allowed. In the first place of any name, in the first place of any name, whatever it may be the name, in the first character of any name, whatever it may be the name, first character, any alphabet, underscore dollar. Any alphabet, underscore dollar. Any alphabet, underscore dollar. Any alphabet, lowercase or uppercase, any alphabet, lowercase or uppercase, dollar, underscore. Only these are allowed in the first place. This is about one rule. We can say like a first rule. Let's move to the second rule.
Hello, sir. Sir, only File Explorer screen is visible, sir.
Second rule. Second rule says about remaining all characters in the name. Remaining all characters like a second character till to the end. Second character onwards till to the end. What are the rules to be followed? From second character onwards till to the end. Second rule. From second character onwards till to the end. Till to the end. From second character onwards till to the end. What are the allowable characters? From second character onwards till to the end. What are the allowable characters? All alphabets again, underscore dollar, and digits from 0 to 9. Additionally, 0 to 9 digits. All alphabets allowed, underscore dollar as usual, and digits 0 to 9. Digits 0 to 9. Zero to 9 digits. 0 to 9. Second character says, second character onwards. Second character onwards. Second character onwards. Any alphabet is allowed, lowercase and uppercase. Same two special characters, underscore and dollar. Underscore and dollar. The third new one is digits, 0 to 9. 0 to 9. So this is about second rule. All alphabets, lowercase, uppercase from second character onwards till to end, underscore and dollar, and digits 0 to 9. Digits 0 to 9. Third rule. The third rule is no keyword can be chosen as an identifier. Yesterday we have seen keyword. Every keyword having its own meaning. Every keyword having its own definition meaning. Something is already assigned by the programming language developer. How keyword can be chosen as an identifier? Class name cannot be class itself. Class is a keyword. Class name cannot be public. Method name cannot be public. Already public having some meaning. How that word can be chosen as a name to our class? The entire keyword cannot be as an identifier. If you really want it, you can go for class 1. Class is a keyword. You are identifying identifier as a class 1. That is possible. Public is a keyword. You cannot choose public itself as identifier. You can go for public 2 or public A or public 10. Got it? Or A public, B public. So keyword can be a part of the identifier. Keyword alone cannot be an identifier. Understanding that? Only keyword cannot be identifier, but it can be a part of the identifier. A public is allowed, A void is allowed. Done everybody? No keyword can be chosen as an identifier. No keyword can be chosen as an identifier. These are the 3 rules available. You have to follow these 3 rules while identifying a name to class or a variable or a method or local variable. Identifier. 3 rules. First rule says about first character. Alphabet underscore dollar. Second rule says from second character onwards till to end. Second character onwards till to end. Any alphabet underscore dollar digits 0 to 9. Third one says you cannot choose keyword itself as identifier. Keyword itself as identifier, that cannot be possible. But keyword can be a part of the identifier. At least one new character, minimum one new character should be. Either beginning or middle or maybe at the end. Choosing keyword straight away directly as an identifier not possible. We'll get a compiler. Now, there are 2 observations here. So what are the 2 observations? First one, digits are allowed only from second character onwards. Digits are not allowed in the first place. Digits are not allowed in the first place. Digits are allowed only from the second character onwards. That is first observation. Second observation. First one is digits are allowed only from second character onwards, not from the first character. Second observation is only two allowable special characters. There are several special characters available. Among all, only two are allowed in the identifier. One is underscore, second one is a dollar. In any location, first or second or third or till to the end, only two are the allowable special characters. Only two are allowable special characters. What are the two special characters? Underscore and dollar. There is one more observation. Space is not allowed. Space also a special character. Space also a special character. Please observe. Space also a special character. Space also special character, but space is not allowed. Space is not allowed. In the first day, while creating a directory, I told directory should not have a space. It is also a kind of identifier. But actually, operating system allows space as a separator in the directory name. But don't use. Go for hyphen as a separator. Developing a directory or a folder. Developing a folder with a space is very discouraged. The reason behind is there is also a name. Java programmer should not give a space in any of the name. Folder name also we have to consider like a programming. Don't give a space. Mention either underscore or hyphen as a separator while creating a folder with a multiple words. I repeat once again. In the first day, while downloading, we have created one folder with the name as lara-software. Two words are there. I avoided giving a space between two. But for more clarity purpose, given a hyphen as a separator. Given a hyphen as a separator. So please observe. First day, while creating a folder, Lara softwares, instead of space in the middle, hyphen we have chosen. It is also a name. Java programmer should not give a space in any of their name. Most of the people, while writing their name, they are clubbing both first name and last name, keeping last name in the first letter uppercase. See, my name is Ramesh Reddy. I'm not giving a space in the middle. So second second word, first letter, keeping in the uppercase. So please observe from today onwards, whatever it may be the name, wherever it may be the name, programmer, you should prove like you yourself as a programmer. Whenever you are choosing a name, let us consider Bangalore city. I'm not giving a space. See in the uppercase. This type of convention you have to become a habitual. Then only you'll prove like you are a programmer. Wherever names you are identifying, don't give a space. In place of the space, choose anything, hyphen, underscore, or like this. This is a perfect programming. It is called as a camel case convention. You'll come to know that later. We also created one more folder, lara-dav. In the E drive, lara-softwares. In the D drive, lara-dav. From today onwards, avoid completely space. Space should not be in any of the name, no matter whether that name is for programming purpose or here for personal purpose. Be habitual of avoiding name. Sorry, avoiding a space in the name. So three observations we have seen. First one, digits are allowed only from second character onwards. Digits are allowed only from second character onwards. Second observation, only two special characters are allowed. One is underscore, second one is a dollar. The third one, space is a special character. We already considered only two allowable special characters. Space should not be. So actually third observation comes in the second observation only. But third observation is very important. Most of the people committing a mistake. Right from the beginning, we are learning like after word give a space, then second word, then third word, giving a space. But while coming to the programming, space should not be in case of name. So we have seen some class names like a hello world, person manager, P in the uppercase, M in the uppercase, without giving a space. From today onwards, don't give a space. These are the three observations. What are the valid identifiers? Valid identifiers. Hello is a valid. Hello 1 also valid. H1, LLE, W. This is also valid. Underscore hello. Underscore is allowed even in the first place also. Dollar hello. Hello underscore. H dollar. Digits are allowed only from second character onwards. Underscore and dollar can be any way. I'm just showing through hello, as hello is a very common word, so you can easily remember. Let me go for invalid identifiers. So let us go for one hello. It is invalid. Digit is not allowed in the first place. Digit is not allowed in the first place. Hello hash mark. This hash is not allowed as a special character anyway. Only dollar and underscore is allowed. H space ELLO. Space is not allowed. Space is not allowed in the identifier. Let us go for public. It's a keyword. We cannot choose a keyword as an identifier. We cannot choose a keyword as an identifier. Keywords should not be as an identifier. This is about syntactically valid and invalid. Syntactically. If you are not following this one, you'll get a compile time error. Compiler will not be allowing us to compile successfully if you are not following this. These are the rules. Rules to be followed. Rules to be followed. In addition to the rules, industry having some conventions. What is the difference between rule and convention? Rule means without fail you have to follow. Rule. Without fail you have to follow. These are the rules. Whatever we discussed it till now, those are the rules. Without fail you have to follow. Second one is conventions. Conventions means better to follow. Not required following like a mandatory. It's up to you. But better. Advisable to follow. Conventions are not required to follow every time. Without following conventions also, it is allowed. It's not a rule. It is only better practice. Convention means better practice. So here, sleep is a rule. Everybody has to sleep. At least once in 2 days you have to sleep. There is a rule to be followed. When you are sleeping and when you are waking up, fixing some times. Assume like a 10 o'clock sleeping and morning 6 o'clock wake up. It is like a one type of practice. That is called as a convention. You can sleep at 2 o'clock also. Conventions are not required to follow as a rule. It is up to you, but better to follow. So whatever advices we got from the elders, those advices are conventions. In the industry, there are industry gurus who spent 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. They developed programming languages like a C, C++, Java. They are almost like a gurus, pandits. They have faced a lot of issues in their life with their experience. They have given some conventions to be followed. Follow those conventions even though those are not rules. Got it or not? With their experience, they have given which is best, which is not best. Even though compiler not giving anything, follow. Every person should consider conventions also as a rule. Even though it is not a rule, strictly speaking. Even though it is not a rule, strictly speaking. But you need to consider as a rule. All conventions also consider as a rule only. Don't think like a convention it doesn't require to follow. Yes, doesn't require to follow. But you are working in a project where multiple people are involving along with you. If you are going through like a one kind of notation, other people are all are going to other type of notation. They cannot understand whatever you are following. Remember, software projects. One person cannot develop. Software projects, one person cannot develop. Multiple people are involving. All multiple people should follow same conventions, same naming conventions, same practice, same kind of code. See, if one person not following the conventions, definitely other people will find a difficulty of understanding that code. And even same person will not be continuing in the same project after 6 months or after 1 year or after 2 years. He may quit the company. Other people will join. If first one following one way, second one not knowing what is that procedure, definitely he'll find a lot of difficulty. Yes, sir. Conventions are very, very important. Most of the people who are learning from the internet, they're not bothering about conventions. So most of the materials and some YouTube videos also I have seen, not following any conventions, keep on looking for a subject. Yes, we have to follow the subject. We have to learn the subject. At the same time, we should follow the conventions which are using in the industry by the industry experts. They already defined something. We have to follow. Please observe, from today onwards, not only the rules, you need to follow even conventions also. Let us see industry conventions. Industry conventions, these are not the rules to be followed, but consider as a rules. Two different types of identifiers are there according to conventions. Two different types of rules, sorry, two different types of names. So class name, interface name, class name, interface name, enum name, annotation name. Like a class identifier, interface identifier, enum identifier, annotation. All we will be developing in the core Java. You'll come to know what is a class, what is the interface, what is a enum, what is annotation. All you'll come to know. If you are choosing a identifier for these, class name, interface name, annotation name, enum name, then first letter should be in the uppercase. First letter should be in the uppercase. Whenever you are choosing a name to the class, name to interface, name to enum, name to annotation, first letter should be in the uppercase. We have seen several classes, almost 4 or 5 classes we develop. Every time I am choosing first letter in the uppercase. It's not a mandatory, but it is a convention. It's not a mandatory, it is a convention. First letter in the uppercase. Then the second one, variable name, method name, package name. First letter should start with the lowercase. First letter should start with the lowercase. The third convention. Second word, third word, fourth word, if any. Then start with uppercase. What is the meaning of it? Second word, third word, fourth word, if any, then start with uppercase. So in case of class type identifiers or variable type identifiers, if second word, third word is there, it should start with the uppercase. No matter whether identifier is for first variety or second variety, no matter identifier is for class type or variable type. Class type in interface first type or second type like a variable method package. No matter whether name is for first type or second type, if multiple words are there, second word first letter, third word first letter, fourth word first letter should be the uppercase. Got it up? Now let us see valid convention identifier, invalid. Valid for the class. I am mentioning class interface enum annotations. Let me go for person, employee, person manager, permanent employee, department, software department, sales executive, personal calculator, State Bank of India. Already I showed hello again and again. Second word onwards. Every character, sorry, every word first letter should be in the uppercase. Valid identifiers for the class name, interface name, enum name, annotation name. Second word onwards, first letter should be. State Bank of India. 4 words are there, no space. Second word, first letter. Second word, first letter. Third word, first letter. Fourth word, first letter. Rise into uppercase. lowercase. Rise into uppercase. Rising first letter of second word, first letter of third word, first letter of fourth word, rising into uppercase. It is called as a camel case convention. Please note down. Camel case convention. Camel case convention. So let me show valid identifiers for so something like a age is a variable name. First letter start with the lower case. Wait. First name, last name. L in the lower case. You can see education background, calculate interest rate, find personal loan, monthly EMI, first letter in the lower case, in case of class, don't start with the lower case. In case of variable, don't start with uppercase. Two different types of identifiers. Let's go for invalid for the let's go for person. First letter in the lower case, sales manager. I'm keeping M in the lower case. Person P in the lower case, first letter. Sales manager. Second word, first letter should be in the uppercase. So don't follow like this. Invalid identifiers for variable name, method name, package name. Starting with uppercase, it's not a advisable. You are breaking the convention. Let us consider first name. N in the lower case, two words are there. Let me go for calculate. Interest rate. Three words are there. You are not following camel case. It's all about identifiers. We have seen every point related to identifier. In every program, we will be using identifiers. Okay. In every program, we will be seeing the identifiers. Without identifier, we cannot develop any program. Then the last one, everybody, built in. Built in. You may be knowing what is a built in. Anybody, what is a built in? Yes. The feature which is already developed. The feature already developed. You can call like a built in. Built in. In every programming language, several built-ins are there. In fact, programming language developers should provide a built-in. Every programming language developer should provide a built-in. Observe one point. We are the learner of the programming language. In the Sun microsystem, one team was there. They developed Java programming language. In the Sun microsystem, one team developed a Java programming language. We all are learners or users of the Java programming language. There will be a huge difference between them and us. Yes or no? They developed a programming language. We are learning their development. We are trying to use their development. They know a lot more better than us. They are almost like inventors. We are just followers. They know a lot more. They know everything about internally what is going on. Some features we cannot develop. Those people only can develop. Why? Because they developed the programming language. They know ins and outs what is there in the programming language. We are learners. We are followers. Definitely we cannot reach to them with respect to subject of Java. Some features we cannot develop at all. They should provide that features as they know everything. Whatever features they provided, those are called as the built-ins. They already provided some features. Those features are called as the built-ins. Without built-ins, come on. Learning programming language cannot be possible. Let us consider. In the Java programming language, no built-ins are there. Everything you should develop to learn. Everything should, you only should develop to learn. You are a learner. How you can develop while learning? After learning only, we can able to develop. So in the main method, see, it's our Hello World program. Let us consider I'm giving a class name as A. This statement we didn't develop. So we are keep on modifying only this much content. This is the predefined statement. Through this statement, we are able to print something in the command prompt. It's a predefined statement. Assume this statement is not provided. They didn't provide this statement. While developing programs, we should know output at least. So to print output, there is no predefined statement. You need to develop a program to print right from the scratch. Definitely it's difficult. You are a learner. You need to interact with the command prompt from the program. From the program, interacting to the command prompt and flushing the output to the command prompt. Command prompt is a utility from the operating system. It is a part of the operating system. Command prompt, we didn't initialize. We didn't install. It's already available. It's a part of the operating system. From a Java program, you need to interact with the command prompt to write something in the command prompt. That command prompt is a utility of operating system. So you should know operating system. You should know how to interact from your program to the operating system. You are the learner. You are the beginner. To understand the first program, you should develop a program which has to interact with the command prompt. Definitely not possible. Learner, beginner, first program itself, developing to write something in the command prompt without built-in. System.out.println containing lot of statements internally. Those statements are taking care of receiving content from you, sending that content to the command prompt, flushing the output in the command prompt. Lot of statements required. It is a kind of research. It's a kind of a mini project. To learn a Hello World program, if you want to develop a mini project, then definitely not possible. No one can start learning core Java. Yes or no? Any programming language, no one can start learning. They should have some built-ins. In any programming language, thousands together built-ins are there. Without their built-ins, we cannot develop a customer project. In Java, thousands together built-ins are there. All that built-ins we are using to develop our project. In order to develop our project, we required their built-ins. In Java, thousands together predefined classes are there, like a system and a string. String is one of the predefined class in the JDK. System also one of the predefined class in the JDK. So those two are displaying in the red color. Edit place it displays all predefined classes in the red color. Keywords in the blue color. Built-in classes, predefined classes, existing classes, available classes displays in the red color. Thousands together classes are there. Thousands together. In every class, thousands together, not thousands together, 20, 30, 40 features are there. In every class. If you consider string class, there may be 20, 30 predefined features, built-ins. If you consider system class, 20, 30 predefined features. Among them, out is one. Likewise, lot more are there. Thousands together classes. In every class, several built-ins. 10, 20, 30, 40 built-ins are there. Like a predefined features. In core Java basics, we are learning OOPS concepts. In core Java advanced, we are learning built-ins. Complete core Java advanced is nothing but understanding available built-ins. How that built-ins we have to use in our projects. Complete collection API is a built-in, already available. Crits, completely built-in, already available. String, already available. Wrapper classes, file handling. Lot more built-ins. Advanced of core Java is nothing but understanding built-ins. Basics of core Java is nothing but OOPS concepts. Initial 1.5 months, we will go through only basic concepts, like a OOPS concepts. Afterwards, we'll start the advanced portion. That advanced portion is nothing but learning existing features of Java. Learning existing features of Java. Please observe. Several thousands together classes. In every class, lot more features they develop. You need to understand how to use their classes, how to use their features, when we had to use, which one is suitable for a particular requirement. Lot of analysis is required. Even though you are not developing anything in the core Java advanced, you are understanding whatever they developed. You are identifying which one is better for your requirement. How to use that one, when to use, which one, what are the arguments, what are the types, what is the return type, which one is most suitable for your requirement. Lot of analysis very much required. The core programming is core Java basics. Advanced is comparative programming, understanding is there. There you are developing less programming code. More they are using their code. But you need to understand what they provided. How you can use their code. Which one is better. Lot of analysis very much required. Built-in. Simple. Predefined procedure. Predefined task. Predefined task, predefined procedure, predefined task, predefined procedure. Whatever predefined tasks are there, those are all called as a built-in. In every program, even hello world, in every program, even though it is a hello world, without a built-in you cannot develop. Best example, SOP. Without a built-in, there is no chance of developing even Hello World program. Now let us see a Hello World program. We have seen keywords, class, public, static, void, 4 keywords in the first Hello World program. Without keywords, you cannot develop even a single program. Hello World program itself required 4 keywords. Then come to the literal. Come to the literal. Yesterday we have seen values. Under double quotation, we are giving a hello world. That is a literal. Hello world program also required a minimum 1 literal. It can be input or output. Yesterday I told very clearly, every program, every software required to take the input from the customer, processing and getting a results to the customer. Without a literal, developing a program, not a meaningful. If program is not giving any output, then it's not at all meaningful. Only in the telecom applications, output will not be producing, back-end operations will happen. Only in the telecom. Even though back-end operations are happening, at least like some success message, at least one word success is very much advised. So literals are very much required, even for Hello World program also. Then the next one. We have seen identifiers. Here A is a class name. A is a class name. It is a one identifier. Main is a method name. Main, you'll come to know methods. Here main is a method. Method name should start with a lower case. Main is starting with lower case. One class we are using, one method we are using. Class name is a method name is a main. Main is a default executable method. What is the method? You'll come to know later. Third one, args. It's a variable name. You can call like an argument name. First letter in the lower case. Out is a variable in the system class. Come on. Out is a variable in the system class. Println is a method in the out. Println is a method in the out. All identifiers are displaying in the black color. You can see A in the black color, main in the black color, args in the black color, out and println also. Edit plus is very intelligent. All identifiers are displaying in the black color. Class name, method name, variable name, like an argument name. Println is a method, out is a variable inside a system. In the system class, out is a variable. Inside a out, println is a method. What is out that you cannot understand now? Please remember. Out comes under print stream. You cannot understand. It's a more advanced topic. Today itself, don't worry. What is system? What is out? What is println? Lot more things you should learn. Today itself, don't worry about public static void, class, string. Lot more things you will be knowing in down the line. You cannot understand in the detailed way what is a class. Class is a keyword in the encapsulation. While covering encapsulation, you will come to know why do we require a class. Public is a keyword in the access specifiers. That is a separate topic. At the time, you will be knowing what is the public. Likewise, in different topics, you will come to. You cannot understand all today itself. At least you should understand what is a keyword, what is an identifier, what is a literal, what is a built-in. System.out.println is one of the built-in which we are using right from the first program. So we have seen keywords, literals, identifiers built in the Hello World program. In the Hello World program itself, we are using all four. Definitely, if it is a bigger program for the customer, you have to use. In the Hello World itself, we are using. That is why we are calling this as a programming elements. Keywords, identifiers, literals, built-ins are all combinedly treated as a programming elements. Programming elements. In the lara application, in the dashboard, my courses, core Java basics. See these programming elements, detailed way we have seen. Still there is a video with 61 minutes. Go through again and again. Every point try understanding and write the test also. The next topic is printing in command prompt. So what are the different ways available to print in the command prompt? Which one we can use in the beginning? So go to our lara-dev. Whenever we are going to the new topic, you can start with a new application. Whenever you go to the new topic, go for new application. I'm going for app 2. Inside app 2, SRC and classes. Inside SRC, remove class file. In the classes folder also, whatever is there, remove. Now try developing one simple Java file, everybody. I'm choosing class name as A. Same hello world only. Save it as A.Java. Control S. I'm choosing A in the app2 folder src. Please check it out the location. App2 folder src. App2 src. Simple hello world. This type of programs we have already seen several. Let's compile and run. App2 src. How to compile? From where you had to compile? Yes, wherever Java file is saved. Where we saved? App2 src. How to open a command prompt from App2 src? Yes. Select the address bar. First to go to the a.java, wherever it is there. App2 src. Go to App2 src. Select the address bar. Type cmd. Press enter. We are in the src of app2. Everybody. Trigger Java C command with a -d option // classes space a.java. Compilation is done. Go to the classes folder. Trigger Java command to run class A. Press enter. You got the hello world output. Please go through the program and output once again. There is a small observation. We never observed that one. We never focused on that. There is a small observation. We kept one system.out.println. You can call this as a SOP. From today onwards, I'll be keep calling this as a SOP. System.out.println. Only one SOP. We should get one output, one line output. Is or no? Only one SOP, one line output. Now check it out. How many lines of output we got? How many lines of output? One line only, right? It's not a one line, it's two lines. Hello world is one line. After hello world, there is a blank. Is or no? Hello world and blank. Most of the interviewers are asking, just showing this program, how many number of lines of output? 90% of people telling like a one line. If you observe clearly, two lines of output is there. Hello world is one line. After hello world, there is a blank line. There is a blank line. So please observe println method. Println. It's one of the built-in method. What it will do is it will print the specified content. After printing, going to the next line. Println having a dual features. One is a printing feature. Second one, producing a new line. Going to the next line. As soon as printing is got over, automatically going to the next line. Println having a dual features. Dual, two features. One is printing. One is printing feature. Second one, producing a new line. Producing a new line. One is printing. Second one, as soon as printing got over, producing a new line or going to the next line. Giving a effect of going to the next line. In the next line, we are not printing anything. That is why blank line. That blank line is due to println. Blank line is due to println. Println having a dual features. 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 Two features. One is printing. One is the printing feature. Second one, automatically going to the next line. Automatically going to the next line. You can call that as a new line. You can call that as a new line. Cursor going to the next line once printing is got over in case of println. If you are using println, it will try to print. Once printing got over, automatically cursor is going to the next line and staying in the next line. By the time program is getting over, no more statements to execute. That is why second line is a blank line. Come to the next one. Class name B. Go for Control J. You know already Control J. Save it as a B.Java in the same app to SRC. Save it as B.Java. Save it as B.Java. Try compiling and running. You know already how to compile and run. We are in the classes folder. Go to SRC. Trigger B.Java. Come to the classes folder. Try to run class B. Totally 3 lines of output. We have used 2 SOPs and you got 3 lines of output. So please observe, while executing line number 5, everybody, while executing line number 5, hello world is printing, going to the second line. Come on, while executing selected statement, hello world is printing in the first line, going to the second line. Now cursor is in the second line. Then line number 6 is executing. By the time of executing line number 6, cursor is in the second line, output cursor. Printing a hello world in the second line. After printing a hello world in the second line, because of println, it should go to the third line. It's going to the third line. Total program got over. Third line is a blank line. Come on. Third line of output is a blank line. I repeat once again. While executing line number 5, printing is happening in the command prompt in the first line, hello world. After printing hello world, cursor going to the second line as a part of the println features. Println having 2 features. Println having 2 features. Print and go to the next line. Print and go to the next line. Yes or no? Going to the next line. Yes, it is staying in the next line. Then cursor is in the second line. Now execution is happening line number 6. Output cursor is in the second line in the command prompt. Again println. Hello world is printing in the second line. Going to the third line. Staying at third line. By the time the whole execution getting over. That is why third line is a blank line. Println producing real features. Printing and producing a new line. Come to the next one. Class C. Before W, I am keeping a /n. Try saving. Before W, I am keeping a /n. Backward slash, then n. Backward slash, then n. Save it as a C.java. Find out how many lines are found. /n world. Compile enter. C.Java. Go to the src. Compile. C.Java. Come to the classes folder. Try running C. Totally 4 lines of output. Are you able to see this much? Slash n is used for producing new line explicitly. Slash n is used for producing new line explicitly. Slash n is used for producing a new line explicitly. Let us see what is there. We kept only one SOP. It is keep on printing. Guys, hello. After a space, there is a slash n. Whenever slash n is printing, cursor going to the second line. Then continue. In the second line, it is continuing world. The total hello world got over. Now println second feature will come into the picture. What is the second feature of println? Going to the next line. Yes or no? I repeat once again. So in the first line, hello is printing. After printing hello in the first line, we are bringing explicitly to the next line. Slash n in any programming language. In any programming language, slash n is used to bring the cursor to the next line. Programmatically, explicit. Even println method also internally using slash n while ending the println. Yes, sir. So whenever the slash n executes, it will go to the second line. Cursor is in the second line and keep continuing of printing. Come on. In the second line, this much content is print. Once printing is got over, println should bring to the next line. Println, cursor is bringing to the next line. The next line is a third line. In the third line, nothing is there to print. Yes or no? It is going to the blank line. Hello is printing in the first line. Then cursor going to the second line. In the second line, world is printing. After printing the whole hello world, cursor should go to the next line because of println's second feature. Println's the second feature. Yeah. Producing new line, it's going to the next line. That is why you are getting a third line as a plan. Let us see one more. You'll get more clarity. I'm just giving a slash n. One more. Done everybody? Understood? Please compile and run. Choosing D.Java. Guys, let's see. First, hello is printing. Hello with a space. This much is printing. Then, because of slash n, going to the second line. In the second line, world is printing. After printing the world in the second line, it is going to the third line because of println. Because of println, it is going to the third line. In the third line, ABC is printing. ABC with a space. Then, going to the fourth line because of slash n. In the fourth line, it is printing XYZ. After printing XYZ, it's going to the fifth line because of println. In the fifth line, it is printing 1, 2, 3. Going to the sixth line. In the sixth line, printing space test. Space test. Then going to the seventh line. In the seventh line, it is printing the end. Afterwards, going to eighth line because of println. Eighth line is a black line. Understood? Come to the next one. Use Control J. Try developing like this. Sorry. Println method can be used only for producing a new line. There are two features available for the println. There are two features available for the println. Between these two, you can use second one alone. Yes or no? So what we are doing here, everybody, we are trying to use println without printing anything. You can call this as a no argument println. In the technically, we are calling this as a no argument. We are not supplying anything. If you are not supplying anything to the println, then that is called as a no argument. We are not supplying any argument. No argument println absolutely possible. It is only for one feature, new line feature. You are not printing anything. You are not supplying anything to print. You are not supplying anything to print. You are not supplying anything to print. What we are doing? Come on, guys. We are trying to produce a new line. Nothing is there to print. It will look for the new line. Cursor, it goes from first line to second line without any printing. Then cursor is in the second line. SOP is executing. Again, nothing is there to print. Going to the third line. Now cursor is in the third line. Nothing is there to print. Going to the fourth line. In the fourth line also nothing is there to print. Going to the fifth line. Cursor is in the fifth line. Printing end. Going to the sixth line. Printing end. Going to the sixth line. Wherever you wanted a new line, come on. Wherever you wanted a new line, you can go for just to print it. What is the class name? E, right? I ran the previous one. Wait, what? I didn't save the file. Come back to SRC. Understood everybody? Println. Here one very important point. Which feature cannot be avoided in the println? Which feature? So totally two features are there. Totally two features are there. Which feature cannot be avoided in the println? It's very important for the interviews. Which feature cannot be avoided in the println? Yes. Printing can be avoided. What we are doing here? We are not printing anything. New line. Bringing to new line cannot be avoided through println. In the println, mandatory is a new line. No matter whether you are printing or not. If you want to print, you can supply the argument. If you don't want to print, you can use no argument. But you cannot avoid new line in the println. In the println, mandatory operation is a new line. Come on. Totally two features are there. Printing and producing a new line. Printing and producing a new line. Printing can be avoided by using no argument. Printing can be avoided by using no argument. But you cannot avoid bringing to the new line. Come on. You cannot avoid bringing to the new line. Mandatory operation is new line. Mandatory operation is new line. Mandatory operation is a new line. Everybody should understand the println two features. Between these two features, printing feature can be avoided, new line feature cannot be avoided. So, dual features, println. Come to the next one. Similar to println, there is a method print. Remove ln, everybody. Print is another built-in method from the same system data. Print is another built-in method from the same system data. Print is another built-in method from the same system data. Print. Try saving f.java. Let's go for one more line. Print method only. It's keep on printing in the same line, not going to the next line. In the same line, it's keep printing. In the same line, it is keep printing. Print method gives print method. It's printing in the same line. Just to compile and run. You are not even getting a blank line. Earlier we were getting a blank line even for first SOP, for one SOP. Here, multiple SOPs we are using, but we are using print method. It's keep on printing in the same line. After printing, cursor retaining. Come on. After printing, cursor retaining in the same line, not going to the next line. It doesn't have a two features, it is having only one feature. What is that feature? Print. Print feature. Print method, it's having only one feature, that is print feature. It's having only one feature, that is print feature. Print method doesn't have dual features, only one feature. What is that feature? Print. Try compiling and running. So what is the output here? Getting compile time error. Are you getting compile time error? One error it is showing. Print cannot be used without any arguments. No argument print method is not available. No argument print method is not available. We are getting compile time error. It's called as a syntax error, compilation error. No argument print method not available. So please check it out. Go to the src folder, G class. You can see here, no suitable method for print no argument. This type of built-in is not there. This type of built-in, no argument print is not available. You are getting one error. Whenever you are getting an error while compiling, class file will not be generated. Please observe. Whenever Compile time error is coming, class file will not be generating, you cannot run. If you wanted, you can check it out in the classes folder, there will be no g.class. Whenever syntax error is there, class file not generating, class file not generating. If class file not generating, you cannot run. If class file is not generating, you cannot run. If class file is not generating, you cannot run. If class file is not generating, you cannot run. Running cannot be possible if class file is not generated. So in case of println, unavoidable feature is a new line. In case of print, unavoidable feature is a print. Here, print is mandatory. In the println, bringing to the new line is mandatory. You need to observe every concept till to this level. If you tell this difference to the interviewer, 200% he won't ask any other questions. In the println, unavoidable is bringing to the new line. In the print method, unavoidable is printing. Without print, you cannot use print method. Why? Because it is only for print. If it is only for print, you have to supply something. What is the need of using print method without supplying anything? It is having only one feature. That is a print feature. You need to supply print. So you need to observe each and every point deeper way. So then only high paid companies will be considering whatever they are expecting. You should explain in the deeper way. It can be a subject or it can be a logic. So everywhere, every day, you need to learn like this. Now, what are the differences between println and print? Println having a two features, print having only one feature. The second difference, we can use println as a no argument. We can use println as a no argument. But we cannot use print without any arguments. No arg print is not available. Whereas no arg println is available. Third difference, new line. In the println, mandatory operation is a new line. In the print method, mandatory operation is printing. In the print method, mandatory operation is a print. In the println, mandatory operation is a new line. So this is all about today's session.